Cranston has 60 points now. So, yeah, this one could definitely go down. So Scott Halliday, I have to say, is the man on a mission. He'll be very glad of that jump start a little bit earlier there. So watch the lights is the cry. We get ready to go. The revs rise. Tension mounts and away we go. And that's Luke Wallington, I think, got away with it. Scott Halliday, whoa, that was missed second gear, I think.
I think that's Stephen Draper. It's a bit of a pincer movement there between himself and Steve Draper, and unfortunately Scott Halliday had to pull out of it, but he's there in 5th position at the moment. Ahead is that Tommy Jones trying to go the long way around in 6th position? Certainly is. Runs a little bit wide at the apex, but holds on to it. So great stuff there for the rookie. But it is Stephen Draper who leads the way from Max Hardy. And Max Hardy, he won't worry about Stephen Draper. Of course, Draper not in the championship. He's only worried about Luke Wallington.
I don't know. I think Max being Max will worry about everybody. Because I know you're right. He doesn't need to worry about Stephen Draper. And hopefully you'll recognise Draper's bike and go, I know who that is. I don't need to worry about him. However, this is Max, he's young and he's fast and he really wants to do the business here.
Bit of a twitch there from Stephen Draper as he came out of clearways onto Clark Crowd. Here comes Cranston. Sam Cranston's looking strong. He's up the inside of Max Hardy, and that is for 2nd position overall, but Max Hardy just lays it over the top of him there. And, well, you're not going to find a way through when Max Hardy is out of the bubble, are you?
No, he definitely, that little shunt yesterday has definitely not hurt his enthusiasm whatsoever. He is giving it his all, he really is. And again, there's 150 points, of course, left in this championship. That is why that Tyler Donovan has been crowned a champion. We just don't forget that. Yeah, Hardy and Wallington separated by 40 points, 39 points coming into this particular race. Obviously, a slight advantage to Hardy in the last race there. He can't win the championship this weekend, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, it gives us something to talk about at Donington. If all the champions don't show up at Donington, it could be a very empty meeting. Here we go then, over the line once again. Cranny's got a good drive. Tell you what though, Cranston coming under a lot of pressure himself there from Thompson.
Yep,
that is a fantastic battle, a 4-5-way scrap really. A little bit of an advantage to Draper, but we are talking fractions of a second. Fastest man on the track as well is actually back there in 5th place. That's Scott Halliday with a 48.696. Down the hill we come then. So Halliday is definitely looking threatening there. I have to say Cranston's riding really, all these guys are riding really well. One of the best powerbike races I think we've seen for a while, mate.
It certainly is, and I'll tell you what, that Connor Thompson is looking good at the moment behind Cranny Sam Cranston there, number 100 in 3rd position overall. But one place to keep an eye on, the number 88 blue and pink Honda of Scott Halliday will be down there from Druids into Graham Hill Bend, because it doesn't matter whether he's a foot behind or 100 foot behind, he always seems to be able to outbrake him and make it work.
He certainly does. He's very, very strong into that particular corner, as you say. The man running in 5th place, no change this time. Fastest lap for Draper of 48.417. He's got the advantage, of course, of the empty circuit in front of him. Round Druids Hill we come once again down that hill. He might be the quickest man on the track, but he's only got a slight advantage over Hardy by about half a second. Hardy's trying to go, there you go, Halliday, you're right, 5th place, becomes 4th place. Oh, he doesn't hold on to the exit though, he's forced to run wide. Thompson comes straight back at him, so unfortunately for him, he doesn't make it stick, but he's certainly shown very strong intent there. The top 5 were covered by 1.1 seconds over the line last time. We see another purple from Draper as he tries to extend his advantage at the front of the track now. Over the line we come, and it's starting to spread out just a little bit. Certainly 1st to 2nd is out to 6/10 of a second. 3rd is 7/10 of a second back, so Cranston's chances might have gone. He's also trying to hold off Thompson and Halliday, though, right behind him. Clubman in his course, Cranston leading ahead of Aaron Collins, and then Tommy Jones. Again, another impressive run. I'll get this, mate. Tommy Jones can't do it in the rookies, but in this race, he's done a 48.634. That just shows you, we often talk to rookies about saying you should try and get into the bigger classes, the faster classes as soon as you can, because they drag you along with them. And that's half a second he's been dragged over his best time in the rookie race.
Absolutely.
You know, he had the empty track. You think, oh, well, an empty track's the best thing to set a lap record. It ain't. It's when you're chasing somebody. Of course, right now he is chasing some very quick guys. He is racing as a clubman because he's entitled to do that after a few races. As the leaders come across the line once again.
Connor Thompson lining up Sam Cranston as he goes into Paddock Hill Bend. This time around he does get it done, and Aaron Collins is right there watching it all unfold before him as well, because number 48 on the BMW, Aaron Collins, he had a really good Snetterton, Keith. He got on the podium in the MRO Powerbikes overall as a clubman, and he's right there in the fight as well.
I'll tell you the other one we missed somewhere around the track there was Scott Halliday, made up 2 places that particular lap. All of a sudden he's in 3rd. He does the best lap of 48.205 to be the fastest man. on the track, being the low 48s if you want to. And Scott's gone purple in sector 1 as well, so he's not given up on taking second place overall. I think he knows he could be in a shout at the champion of brands, of course, and he hasn't done that many races with us. He's been racing with No Limits and a few other bits and pieces, but all of a sudden Scotty is going very quickly. Does he have a challenge at Max there? No. And I've got to give Scott a big mention as well, because he is the one who's actually helped Max get his bike back on the track after Max smashed the bike to pieces yesterday. Obviously, his dad Mark, his mum Vanessa have been working very hard in the background to keep him on track, but it's Scott Halliday who's lent the family a whole load of bits, and obviously getting beaten by somebody who you've helped get back on track can be slightly frustrating, but I think Scott Halliday's a very good-natured guy, even though he's also a very quick one.
Certainly is, and he said, go on.
47 and a half there for Halliday. Wow.
That is the fastest lap of the weekend by 0.9 of a second.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by him, and that's the sort of pace he's had to come up with to try and get on terms with Maximus Hardy. Over the line they go, then is he going to have a challenge? Because we know how strong he is on the brakes. He comes from a long way back. And I'll tell you what, that leader, Drapers, is suddenly coming under threat, because the guys behind him have just gone 0.3 of a second quicker, so the gap's down to 0.4. And I'll tell you what, Max is feeling the heat there from Halliday. He'll know he's there. He'll be able to hear him. Be able to smell his aftershave, I reckon. Down the hill we come, and again, look at Halliday. How far back can that guy come from and outbrake somebody? And he keeps a stick this time. It is Hardy who actually runs out wide that time. So I think Draper is going to come under all sorts of pressure very shortly, because I think Halliday is going to come up with it and win. This is a 12-lap race for these guys. They do 3 12-lap races instead of 4 9-lap races, and they've got a few more laps to make up some pace here as Halliday now comes on to what we laughingly call a front straight here at Brands Hatch, and the 3 of them come across the line separated by just 0.4 of a second. We don't see anything super special in the lap times at 48.006 for Halliday. Oh, look at Halliday though. Is he going to have a go at Draper? Oh, is Hardy going to have a go at Halliday? Oh, literally a bike length between the 3 of them. Down the hill we come. This is where Halliday is strong. We know it. Draper, however, has had the drive coming out of Druids very fast down into the hill. Does Halliday get the power on a little bit harder? Nothing between these guys. Are we going to see a purple coming up at the first sector? No, it's all going to go yellow this time. 26 28 and a half or so. So we're around about a few tenths of a second slower than the ultimate time. Here we come then to the line once again. This is going to be 9 laps, 3/4 distance as they come racing towards us once again. And what was a 0.4 of a second gap covering the top 3 stays exactly the same. They're all in the 48, low 48s this time. Draper knows he's got a fight on his hand. It looked like he was going to win by an absolute country mile, but this time, no. Who's that in 4th place?
4th place, Connor Thompson.
Okay, he's having a bit of a lonely race. And again, the pace of Draper coming out of Druids, that's where he's strong. Because I don't know if that's just a coincidence. That is where we know Halliday's super strong.
I think, yeah, he can't use his favourite move on Draper there, can he? On the brakes in towards Graham Hill Bend. But,
not at all.
One that I was watching as well is Scott Halliday. He brakes a little bit earlier for Druids, and that means that Max Hardy can close up as you go around the right-hander up there at Druids as well. So certainly 6 of one, half a dozen of the other for all 3 guys in the top 3
got
positions.
Their own style, their own strengths, their own weaknesses.
Halliday's close here. Can he make a challenge on Stephen Draper? No, not quite close enough there. Draper just trail braking all the way in towards Paddock Hill Bend there and holds on to the race lead through the dip and up towards Druids. And this is where Halliday breaks this a little bit earlier, and Max Hardy closes up that gap as well. So once again, round the right-hander of Druids, it is Draper from Halliday from Hardy. But this is where Halliday's strong. Can he do it? Oh, he's just, the closing speed is impressive, but he can't get it to the inside.
Draper is not going as wide as some other people, I think, so he's kind of keeping it a little bit more wide. All these guys are very close. The fastest man on the track, though, is definitely Halliday. He's the only one who's cracked the 47th. I'll tell you what else might come into play, mate, is we've got a back marker. We're going to get the last lap flag coming around this time, and we do have a back marker who could well come into play. So here we come then, across the line. The gap is going out just a little bit.
There goes Halliday. There goes Halliday up the inside. Just has to pull out a little bit there. Max
Hardy takes advantage of the pair of it, gets very messy, and Hardy goes down the inside. That is a brilliant move by Maximus. Absolutely opportunistic. The back marker stays in the way. This time it's going to be Hardy going round the outside of the back marker. Now Halliday, is he going to go strong on Max? We know he's stronger. He's going to go for it. Oh, so close.
Hardy
Surely
with the
he's going to run it wide. Brilliant stuff. It's Halliday who holds on to it. Max Hardy fighting straight back at him. Has a look at Surdins, can't quite do it there. And here comes Draper. He wants to lead back as well. Oh, he's just going to go for another lap, mate. Fantastic stuff. It's going to be Halliday coming off of Clearways off a Clark curve. Surely he's going to do it. He gets the power down very nicely. I don't think Max has got the drive here. It is going to be Scott Halliday. That is as well-deserved win as I've ever seen, to be perfectly honest, mate. That was very, very impressive stuff. A 49.3. That's how slow they were. I mean, seriously, that was nearly 2 seconds slower than his best. So what was a brilliant lap there. That is fantastic stuff. I'll tell you what, before the screen switches off, mate, let's have a quick look. We've got Thompson, Wallington, Collins. Aaron Collins takes the club and win ahead of Cranston and Jones. Another impressive ride. 48.6. Let's see how close Jones can get to that. What I'd like from you there, my friend, if you could call the points to me. Let's see, Sam Cranston, what did he get in that race?
He was 7th overall, and that will be 9 points.
9 points to him. Scott Halliday, 25 for Scott.
Yep.
Wow. That's it as far as this particular race goes. So, Scott has now got 100 points. We've got 77 for Sam.